Hey Wildcats, we are here to say or to tell everybody our October winners. So we'll start with our third grade Service Above Self. Once again, this goes to one third grade student who goes above and beyond. And so our third grade winner for this month is Lyra Dominic. So congratulations to Lyra. And now we'll move on to our Wildcats of the month. And we have kids in first grade, second, and third. So we'll start with our first graders. Our first grade Wildcats of the month are Jaden Hargave and Jackson Cross. And our second grade Wildcats of the month are Nash Berslavich and Reagan Passot. And finally, our third grade Wildcats of the month are Alyssa Overcast and Taylor Calloway. So congratulations to all of our Wildcats of the month. And finally, Mrs. Sumner and I, as the counselors, pick a classroom every month as our counselor class. And so this month's award winner is the first grade class of Mrs. Peterson. So congratulations to Mrs. Peterson's first grade class.
Hi Wildcats, it's Dr. Falke and we are here for our October Awards Assembly. Today we're going to talk about the Character Trait Awards that are given to 2 students chosen by their classroom teacher who have exhibited responsibility during the month of October. The recipients are always trustworthy, great decision makers, and great examples to their peers. Congratulations to our Character Trait Award winners for October. They are Lena Howard, Kaylee Brown, Isabel Morales, Mario Villa, Tyson Talbert, Presley Ryman, Gracelyn Barrett, Ashlyn Anderson, Gunnar McCubbin, Macy Wood, Charlotte Arnold, William Yang, Ava Baldwin, Devin Huckabee, Sadie Jones, Haley Brown, Cody Vanover, Adeline Garrison, Jesse Franklin, Cora Hawkins, Jackson Gregory, Taylor Vaughn, Alec Dunham, Adeline Cannonblee, Calvin Culpepper, Brooklyn Gutjar, Tanner Sexton, Cassidy Irvin, Easton Choate, Emery Sanders, Alexis Saldana, George Wyatt, Stevie Oden, Addison Doherty, Teller Linville, Faith Malone, Lane Parrish, Aubrey Lair, Edward Sidwell, Catherine McCain, Easton Anderson, Jace Thomas, and Allison Munoz Evans. Congratulations to our Character Trait Award winners for October.
I'm Mrs. Schropp, and I'm going to introduce the Mathematicians of the Month for HES. This award is given to one student chosen by their classroom teacher that has done an outstanding job with math over the past month. Whether in class participation, assignments, or practice, they have gone above and beyond what is expected to achieve more in math. Today, we are presenting awards to our October mathematicians. Congratulations! Eli Allender, Genevieve Oldham, Jacqueline Carver, Jake Butler, Bo Harris, Bryson Miner, Olivia Johnston, Roland Guzman, Hope Landstrom, Briley Betts, Timber Baird, Emily Soriano, Tucker Bjorgo, Cameron Wolberg, Dakota Bird, Waylon Cope, Maverick Doe, Armani Hampton, Wyatt Bird, Lane Stevens, Paisley Feekley, and Macy Plum. Great job, guys.
Hi Wildcat family, it's Mrs. Henderson in the art room, and today I get to congratulate the artists that were on display in the Art in the Community display from last month. For third grade, we had overlapping shapes, which we turned into trees. The students only had red and yellow to create orange and focus on that warm color scheme. Gabe Mooney was on display, Bowen Horton, Skylar Harris, Brantley Graw, Isabella Heron, Ariel Ray, and Leilani Madrid. Great job, third grade. In second grade, we had overlapping pumpkins where students focused on a secondary color scheme and overlapping to show space in their picture. In second grade, we had Zane Dennis, Easton Darby, Annabelle DeMoro, Lyrics Culver, Jade Hendren, Charlotte Arnold, Meredith Blowers, Caden Brown, and Bryson Miner. Great job, second grade. In first grade, we did a printmaking lesson for pumpkins, focusing on ovals and circles, printmaking, and a little painting and coloring. And in first grade, we had Ava Baldwin, Kendall Avels, Briella Roblin, Jeremiah Jenkins, Lana Pendleton, Lily Thomas, Gannon Dobnikar, and Alex Saunders. Great job, first grade. I'd also like to take a moment and recognize two classes who come to art and really work together. In art, we work on the 4 C's. We have critical thinkers, we have great communicators, collaborators, and of course, creativity. In third grade, Mr. Barasco's class is really standing out as a class just ready to work. So I want to congratulate Mr. Barasco's class as an art award winner for the class. And in first grade, I have a gold paintbrush for my creative kids, and that is in Mrs. Jackson's class. So thank you all so much for working so hard in art, and I can't wait to see you soon.
Hi Wildcat families, welcome back to our October Awards Assembly, and I have some exciting awards to give out. We've been doing all kinds of fun things in the music room during October. My second graders got to do their first live performance ever in their little lives, so that was exciting. We got to sing to some of our veterans in our community and learn some songs about America, so great job second graders. And right now the third graders are in the midst of preparing for their holiday program coming up on December 1st. But today I want to announce all those Music Star Awards, beginning with the class awards, the classes who have earned the most stickers during the month of October on the Bravo board. We had a really close race in third grade, but the winner is Mrs. Hammond's class. In second grade, we had a class that really jumped out in the lead quickly and held that lead throughout October, and that is Mrs. Studley's class. In first grade, we also had a really close race, but the winner ended up being Mrs. Snyder's class. And now for all the individual Music Star Awards. I'm going to begin with my third grade classes. In Mrs. Brown's class, congratulations to Charlie Kellogg. In Mr. Barasco's class, Emma Britton. In Mrs. Comfort's class, Reagan Middleton. In Mrs. Hammond's class, Tripp Williams. In Miss Hassack's class, Charlie Bollinger. In Mrs. Hawkins' class, Emily Soriano. In Mrs. Hopper's class, Brooklyn Gutjar. And then in our second grade classes, Mrs. Durnell's class goes to Remington Larkham. In Miss Harrigan's class, Reagan Passau. In Mrs. Hastings' class, Elena Hunter. In Mrs. Holman's class, Adeline Cheney. In Mrs. Knight's class, Emery Sanders. In Mrs. Siegenthaler's class, Lane Stevens. And in Mrs. Studley's class, Liam Coltrane. And then in our first grade classes, Mrs. Brown's room goes to Easton Moore. Mrs. Cooper's class, Tanner McDuffie. Mrs. Florence's class, Hadley Sexton. In Mrs. Jackson's class, Grayson Hedderly. In Miss Maxwell's class, Eddie Freeland. In Mrs. Mitchell's class, Armani Hampton. In Mrs. Peterson's class, Ensley Morris. And in Mrs. Snyder's class, Lila Bruce. Great job, Wildcats.
Hello there, HES. Miss Thorpe here. I'm going to announce our sportsmanship winners, the class, and our individual winners for this month. Our class is Miss Harrigan's class. Congratulations, guys. Good sportsmanship. First grade is Amora Nims and Stratton Warner. Congratulations. Second grade, Emery Sanders and Dane Clausen. Really good job, guys. Third grade is Finley Kovar and Tanner Sexton. Congratulations to all our winners. Good job.